Hello and welcome back. We're back here with the solar panels. We got a full sun coming on them right now. It's about noon again. I'm back here to kind of check on the system. Looks like the fan up there is still going strong. No beeps going on. I was going to look and see how the app looks. You can see in the app we're making 218 watts, and I assume it's because that battery is pretty full. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take the electrical cord, we're going to run it over to there to the inverter inside of the hunting stand and see if we can get this amount to go up as we put more load on it. I think that's what'll do it. I think we put more load on it. I think it's going to kick this up more, I hope. I guess we're going to try it out and see, because 218, these panels are 405 watts each, so that should be 800 total, although there's going to be some loss with it. So I figure at least probably should be good at a good 600 out of it, maybe at least 400. I mean, one of them is 400 alone, so I've got two of them here. They're in full sun right now. It's going to be that way for quite a few hours, so let's plug it in there and see what it does. So I'm going to climb up here and grab this fan. It's all wet. We did have some storms come through. I kind of wondered how this fan was going to do with the storms. It seems to have survived the water, which I guess is good. It's just an old fan I've got. I wasn't really that worried about it. Wasn't that worried about it getting broken anyway. All right, let's take this inside of the hunting stand now and plug it in there and hook the fan up and everything and see how it goes in there. It's pretty hot out here today, at least for Minnesota standards. It's going to get close to 90, I think, which doesn't happen too often here in Minnesota. And so I'm going to try and do some work in the stand here today too, with the weather being so hot, and this fan will come in handy. Here we are in the stand. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, turn on the battery first, so it's got a place to put power, and then we're going to plug it in. Starting up. Let's see what the screen shows us up there. It's got battery voltage going into it. 49 volts, and it's got the power coming in from that inverter, so it's charging the battery, inverting power as well, so we should be able to get lights on in here now. Breakers are already on. There we go, we got light, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in this fan too. That's going to pull some extra load on it. So I'm going to plug our fan in here. Let's turn it on high and see how it goes. And the fan's going to be kind of nice because, like I said, it's pretty hot out here today. The flies out here are crazy today. There's black flies everywhere. Oh yeah, the fan feels nice. So got a nice fan going. Got the light turned on. Don't hear any noise out of the inverter out there. Let's check and see how much power it's producing now with the solar. Even with all those loads, it's still only producing 212. And that's in the full sunlight. It's should be producing as much as it's going to produce. And I've got a load with the fan on. I've got the light turned on. So it should be pulling power out of that battery. And it's going to charge the battery on this inverter up. It's going to charge that battery up. It's just interesting that's only pulling 211 watts though. I would expect more. And is that the max those solar panels are going to make? If so, if that's the case, I'm just not impressed with those solar panels. Right, so I went ahead and brought up the app on the Rhenology, and you can see here that it's putting power into the battery, got a load going on it too, bulk charging this battery, and it's putting 500 watts into the battery down here, into this battery down here to fill it up. It's got a voltage of 50.6. It was 48, I think, when we turned it on, or 49. So it's slowly filling that battery up. But it's pulling 500 watts of power. 9 amps, almost 10, because that's what I have the inverter set at. I have the inverter set that it won't pull any more than 10 amps because that extension cord I've got running. I don't want to melt that extension cord, so I'm capping it at 10 amps in the software on the Rhenology inverter. Pulling the 509 watts, it'll fill that battery up pretty quick. But it's just, I mean, that's 500 watts out of the battery outside of there. And the battery out there is only holds 2,400 watts. So it's sucking a pretty good amount of power out of it. But when you go look at the other app, the Victron app here, I'm pretty far away from it, so it's hard to catch in the Bluetooth. But 210 watts, it's at max voltage is what those panels are out there, around 30 something volts. So the two panels were at, the max voltage you're going to get. So they're only pulling 3.2 amps, and they can go up to like 13 amps, I think. Battery is staying full, right? Like it's at 13.75. It's kind of bouncing around there, right? Even though I'm drawing a lot of power out of it, the solar panels are keeping them full as I'm drawing power out of it. I think that's as much as it's going to do. It's not going to generate any more power than that because it doesn't need to. I think that spot's kind of working. I think this spot's going to maybe work out. We'll have to add the third panel to it, and then when I put a third panel in, I can put it into here directly, so I can have all three of them going. I do kind of wonder if I should put two of the panels there and maybe hook another one of the panels like on the front of the stand here, so it'll get more of the sunlight during the day, in the morning time anyways, and then those will catch sunlight in the evening as it goes that way. But it's looking like that's the right spot. Now what we're going to do is, because it looks like that's the right spot, is I'm going to leave this fan turned on. I'm going to leave the light turned on when I leave here today and leave it all hooked up to that. And we'll see if we come out here next time and see if it's still working. Last time we did that wasn't able to keep up with it. If you guys remember, if you go watch the previous video, I'll put a link up above. It was not able to keep up. Maybe we'll try it now this time, now that we've got this going on. We will leave it plugged into the inverter. We'll leave the fan on, which I didn't even have the fan on last time. All I had on was just the light. So we're going to even add more loads to it. I'm hoping that it will stay all going, and then if that all works, I will bring another load out here next time. We'll keep increasing the load in this cabin here to see how much power we can keep going without overloading it. And if that seems to be the right spot, then that's where we're going to put those posts in the ground, put it permanently there, which means I will have to take down this tree stand here too to make it all work, which that'll be an exciting time. We'll see if I can do that by myself. I think I can do it without hurting myself. We will have to see. That might be the next adventure. Yep, that's going to be the next task, is can I get that stand down by myself. Otherwise I could hopefully maybe get some help out here too. Then I can get the stand down, get the tractor out here, actually put those posts in the ground. All right, one more week, guys. We got one more week, and I'll bring an extra load out here, so probably 2 more weeks. I've got a camera I'm going to bring out here that'll be a pretty good load on that, and I've got another fan I can bring out here that'll be a pretty good load on that, so we can slowly boost the load up on this and see if it actually will keep up. This hasn't pulled off any more than around the 200 watts is what it's been doing right now. It's cloudy too, so the clouds have come back in. Sun is there. Pretty soon it's going to go behind that tree, and we're not going to have any more sunlight for it. I think what I might end up doing is I might leave these 2 panels here, and I might put one panel over there on that tree maybe, or like over there in that area to catch more of the evening light. And then maybe I can put, one over here on this side to catch more of the morning light. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that. What do you think about putting one panel there, one panel here, and then one panel over there, and then we're covered for the whole time period? I might have to do that maybe. We'll see. If that's the case, then I can just put 2 posts there really quick to hook that one up, 2 posts here, and then, like I said, 2 posts over there. That's kind of what I'm thinking I might end up doing. And then, it'll catch power throughout the day. It doesn't have to be like one spot. All right, I'm going to pull the videos off of this camera, see what's on that. If there's anything exciting, I'll put it on here at the end. Otherwise, we will see you guys on the next one.